So basically, the Regional Agriculture Investment Plan that we are validating today, it will be a tool that we'll be using to communicate and engage with the individual member states, and also to bring them together to see and identify where they can work together and move together, and then link them with the Pan-African processes. Whatever we're doing as SADC, it is for SADC region, but not across the region. It's an open region within the African context. We have one African continent, and we're just a building block. So the plan that we are validating today is to be used as a tool for us at the regional level to engage at the national level, incentivize them to collaborate on 1, 2, or 3 among the region, but also opening space so that the SADC region can also be fully part of the Pan-African processes. The financial resources are one of the biggest challenge in this region, and I think for the entire continent, to implement our dreams. And I think we have to be bold on that. At the regional level, we have developed all the instruments for the establishment and operationalization of the regional agriculture, the Regional Development Fund. One of the facilities of that Regional Development Fund is the Agriculture Development Fund, so that we are able to de-risk all those aspects that the private sector are not willing to pay, and then open the doors for the private sector to fully come in and be able to drive the development process in the region. So those are the aspects that we'll be addressing, but also we'll be engaging with international cooperating partners to also support the implementation of the work at the national level. The implementation of the Regional Agriculture Development, the Regional Agriculture Investment Plan, which is the Pan-African agriculture plan, it only happens in the member states. It doesn't happen any other place. So we really have to work with the member states to find innovative funding solutions for them to be able to implement at the national level the regional processes and the Pan-African processes. The first step in this regard was the recognition in the Kampala Declaration. This was approved by the head of states of government at the highest level for the whole continent, that the implementation of the CADA process has to include youth and gender, so that we ride on the capital that it represents for our region. I think that is the first step. The second step is to ensure that the youth and the women on gender aspects are fully part of all the processes. For example, here that we have youth representatives that are part of the validation process, so that they can own this process and they can be an active voice in terms of framing these policy aspects, so that they are fully a part of that. And then we'll have to identify specific programs in terms of awareness, in terms of capacity building, in terms of investment that are specifically dedicated to youth and women, so that they can bring their potential for implementing this plan. In fact, the challenges that we have been having, the slow progress that we have been having in agriculture in our region, eventually it happens because we didn't include adequately youth and women. And I think we have recognized that, and there will be dedicated actions to ensure that they are adequately empowered, so that they are part of the planning, implementation, and monitoring of these plans. It is a little bit difficult from the regional level to have a direct impact on individual citizens in a specific country. It will be important to ensure, in addition to the governments that we have been working with the governments, that the non-state actors are adequately engaged. If in a specific country these non-state actors are active, it will be easier to reach the grassroots. If it's not, then it will be a process that we'll have to do together with that country to ensure that they empower and they open their process to women and youth, and private sector to be an active part in this process. But the willingness is there. What I can assure you is that at least the political commitment at the highest level is there. Obviously, it will not change anything, but we have to translate that commitment into reality, into facts, so that in 5-6 years, we are really visible for individual citizens and they are fully part of this process. Yes, in the investment plan, we look into all aspects that are required to move agriculture, to transform agriculture. And the human element is really very important. There will be policies that will affect the way that we are implementing our education, so that the agriculture is considered as any other attractive sector, so that we start building the seed in everyone, youth, women, and whoever, that they can look into agriculture as that sector that they can invest and be able to be successful. Education is one of them, engaging with the member states so that they can change a little bit the way that we address the vocational training, so that we bring skills and so on. It is another element, but the awareness is the most important, because a lot of work that we're doing at the regional level, at continental level, is not known even within the ministries that we are talking directly with them. In the meeting that we are running here, we asked the participants who are experts on the relevant instruments that have been developed in SADC addressing agriculture. And less than 1% they were able to indicate that they know them. So there is really a very big gap in whatever we are doing and we think we are doing in terms of being known. I think the biggest ignorance is to know what's being done, so that based on your specific condition, you can say whether I will go or not. That is the work that we have to do. Awareness, it is really, really very important. And then we can move into the education, capacity building and so on, so that we develop the skills for these people to really come on board.